to this Just in Time for Chat podcast. Today's topic is very important and very interesting because tomorrow will be September 1. And for the Filipinos out there, regardless of where you are, regardless of how many years you've stayed out of the country, if you hear Burr months, it's the start of the Christmas season. And you'll be able to see a lot of memes, not just in Facebook, but in all social media accounts, wherein Mariah Carey is being melted, indicating the start of the Christmas season. And fun fact, Philippines has the longest Christmas celebration among all countries, even among all Christian countries in the world, because we celebrate Christmas as early as September 1. And it extends up until the next year, January first week for the Three Kings. So that's how long we celebrate Christmas in the Philippines. And that's something that is really evident when it comes to the design in the roads. If you go to malls, you'll be able to hear a lot of Christmas songs. Jose Marichan is one of the famous singers in the Philippines, and his song Christmas in Our Hearts. You'll be able to hear that a lot in malls, and you'll start to see some decorations in the road. And that signifies Christmas season in the Philippines. And also, that's something I really miss when it comes to comparing Korea and Philippines Christmas celebration. That's why today's topic is about the differences between Christmas here in the South Korea and the Christmas I used to celebrate in the Philippines. But for the South Koreans, it's more of like if they have partners or like boyfriend girlfriends, they will just go on a date. That's a day for them to think of an opportunity to give gifts, probably think of what to give for their partner, like be extra, cook for them. That's a thing. But in the Filipino setting, like even for us Filipinos here in South Korea, Christmas is a big thing that we try to eat out, relax, have a good laugh with our family and friends. Because, I mean, culturally, that's how we celebrate Christmas, but not here in South Korea. So I think that's the third difference. Christmas is a family thing in the Philippines, but it's more of a couple thing here in South Korea. So, welcome everyone for this week's podcast. And, you know, time is running so fast lately. Like, August is already finished. The half of this decade is already finished. We are approaching to the last few months and weeks of this year. I think we're already on the last September. Probably September is in the third quarter, but after that, October, November, December, that's the last quarter of this year, and it's already finished. Many things have changed. I'll be 2 years at my work by December, and I mean, I've been celebrating Christmas here in South Korea for the last 4 years since my arrival here in South Korea. Oh no, I celebrated Christmas once in the Philippines when I went home around 2023. I'm not sure. Anyways, so that's the thing. And there are so many differences when it comes to celebration of Christmas here in South Korea compared to such in the Philippines. One, because South Korea is not a Catholic country. Technically, there's no religion here. Money is their religion. So in South Korea, it's not really a big thing. So when I was discussing with my colleagues at work, they mentioned that Korean Christmas is just one day, and just the 25th. That's the only holiday. In the Philippines, 24th is usually declared as a non-working holiday, a special non-working holiday. And then people would then file their vacation leaves from 26th, 27th, 28th until 29th. Because by 30th, usually there's no work. I think there are a series of holidays. So usually 26th to 30th we also file leave so that it's just a 2 week vacation. That's the first difference because in terms of celebrating Christmas and New Year in South Korea, they don't really celebrate it that much. For them, it's just one day. Since again, Catholicism is not really a big religion here in South Korea. Yes, they have the churches, but it's not something that they really celebrate in terms of the Christmas season. They do celebrate Christmas as a day, but it's more of just one day. After that, that's it. Unlike in the Philippines, it's really a big celebration starting September 1. So there will be a shift in terms of expenses, probably increase in terms of consumption as well. It's not just a season for Jesus. On an economic standpoint, it's also a season of spending. That's also a season where a lot of companies, even the government, would give out bonuses to their employees for Christmas. So that's another thing. First is the celebration of Christmas, just one day in South Korea, Philippines, more than one. In South Korea, also, they don't really give that Christmas bonus. In South Korea, the bonuses are given on two different occasions. One is the Lunar New Year, and then the other one is Chuseok, the harvest season. So Chuseok is usually held on October, and then the Lunar New Year, the Lunar Solal is usually February, March. That's those weeks are actually the big celebrations here in South Korea. In the Philippines, the bonuses are given on December, aligning with what I mentioned in the first one, wherein aside from the celebration, there's an economic shift. During those seasons, people spend a lot for gifts. So that's why a lot of companies would then give out bonuses in these specific times of the year. So in South Korea, I think I remembered last year they gave me cake for a Christmas gift. That's it. In the Philippines, you would be able to receive a lot of companies would give 13-month pay, 14-month pay, some gifts as well. Christmas party. In South Korea, they don't have those things. Like in my first year at my work, I never had a Christmas party. Just no day, no work on the 25th, and then 26th, go back to work. I think it will be the same thing this year. So I'm saving up some of the remaining vacation leaves I have in order to probably extend some celebration for the Christmas season. But other than that, nothing. So that's the thing here in South Korea. Christmas is and New Year are celebrations that are not really that of a big deal for them. And it reflects in terms of what they do and give during these seasons. So that's understandable because again, they're not a Catholic country. It is not a Catholic country, and that are majority of people here are not Catholic as well. So that's the thing. And then aside from the gift giving culture, um, the how can I say this? Filipino Christmas is a family event, but in South Korea, Christmas is a couple. What a couple! It's a couple day. It's a day of gift giving between couples and not much of a family exchange gift. That's why a lot of Filipinos here in South Korea, like especially my friends and I, my aunt is also here. We would tend to prepare for Christmas as if we're celebrating in the Philippines. That's the way we do it. So for a lot of Filipinos outside of their hometown during this Christmas season, sometimes it's quite hard to enjoy Christmas, especially, for example, you'll be calling your family, they're having their time, enjoying, like being together. Actually, not necessarily about the exchange gifts or like probably giving gifts, giving money. It's more of we're out of our country during these special moments, these special seasons. And actually this is my first Christmas that I'll be celebrating it with my nephew since my sister gave birth. And I wish I can go home this Christmas, but because of what happened, I had the surgery, I had an appendectomy. In my company, they don't really provide sick leaves. So I had to use my vacation leave in order for me to earn salary on those days that I was not able to go to work because of the surgery. And technically, that's 4 days. So I was trying to reserve those 4 days actually for a vacation, but unfortunately, I will not be able to use them for those intended vacation uses because I already used them for my hospital bill and for my hospital stay. And then in my mind, I just accounted it as an hospital vacation. So that's the thing. And again, it's not just about exchanging of gifts or like probably having a good laugh. It's more of missing the opportunity to be with your family and friends. And I know a lot of foreigners abroad, Filipinos abroad, also experiences the same thing. And although we are like resilient or something like that, we show the ability to adapt to different things. It's really hard, especially homesickness is a real thing, especially in these kinds of season. I mean, when I moved to South Korea in my first year, I never have experienced homesickness. But when the Christmas season came, that's when it hit me that, yeah, this is a different territory. November, probably you won't be able to see any Christmas decorations yet. December, yes, but like September, October, November, nothing. You won't feel any signs of Christmas aside from the weather getting colder. I mean, that's the thing. We're waiting in the Philippines actually for it to snow, probably get colder weathers. But like here in South Korea, they have it. But in terms of the spirit of Christmas, they don't really have it here. And it's something up to us. Like probably a lot of Filipinos take it to themselves that, okay, since our country of choice where we are currently living is not a country that celebrates Christmas, I think it's our task to make it feel at least we're at home or we're in the Philippines. And I know a lot of the foreigners who were able to watch this working abroad, living outside of their home country, would be able to experience. Not just for Christmas, for example, if you're from other religion, same thing. If you're out of your home country where you used to celebrate these or to probably do these celebrations, that's something that you will really miss and probably one of the many things that would pull you back to your home country. And I don't want to make this like it's very sad, very um emotional. I want to share these experiences with you, especially if you're planning to live abroad or probably live in South Korea, because these are the reality of what's happening here. Um, the celebrations here are so different to what I used to experience here in the Philippines, and that's something I needed to adjust into so I'll be able to survive here in South Korea as well. And then the good thing is, when I was in the Philippines, I'm quite independent in terms of how I live. So I'm not really that homesick or stressed when it comes to being alone. But it's just the Christmas season that gives you the extra feel of detached from your family, especially if you're abroad. And if you have friends, if you have families, if you have your chosen family here abroad, I highly, highly suggest taking these vacation this season to reflect, probably enjoy, take your time, probably give yourself the time to rest. Because again, burnouts happen, stress happen, but that's the normal cycle of life. We feel burnout, we feel stressed, we feel homesick, then we cope, then we thrive. uh, I aiming to end this video with at least a positive and inspirational quote. And if you have more comments of probably what you want to discuss for the next Just in Time for Chat podcast, I highly suggest commenting them in our podcast. So for this specific podcast, I would like to share more contents about South Korea, not GKS, not scholarship. It's about South Korea, life abroad, a foreigner living abroad, a Filipino living abroad. So if you have topics related to those, you may write them in the comment section. I would read them and probably create a topic or a video about those. If you have topics about the scholarship, I have other playlist related for the Global Career Scholarship Program. My Haja episode is ongoing. I share tips from different aspects about the scholarship. Check them out if you're applying for the scholarship program. And till the next video,